If I can be brutally honest, us as the South African youth, we are so trapped in a rabbit hole. And the funny fact is that we are not aware of how serious the battle that we're facing is. We think that our temporary comfort is a permanent solution, but little do we know that we're not doing ourselves any justice. Instead, the more we are digging our own graves, and the more we are sitting around and avoiding the problem, the deeper it gets. The raw truth is that we are too comfortable, and not just comfortable, but ignorant to such an extent where we see no need to be competent, and also sharpen our minds by prioritizing educating ourselves. We think by convincing our minds to use entertainment as a coping mechanism will save us from this mist of confusion, but we are completely wrong, because that is a false concept. But the problem with us, the new generation, is that we are so afraid to confront the truth, to hear the truth. But little do we know that that thing that we are so afraid of is what we need the most. Because without confronting the truth, it will be extremely difficult for you to improve yourself. Because being naive, it's not beneficial at all. It's self-torment. So another crucial question is that how do we immune ourselves from being oblivious? How do we overcome this disease of procrastination and inaction? What has to be done for us to become our best selves? For us to operate from a higher frequency, for us to be efficient and also effective towards bettering our lives as the youth of South Africa. To save ourselves, we have to admit, acknowledge, and digest the truth. The truth is that we're on the losing side here, and we are disadvantaged because everything is against us. The system is against us. And the most sad part of them all is that we are also against us. Instead of helping ourselves elevate, we choose to immerse ourselves in oppression. Instead of inspiring growth in our lives, we choose to flirt with temptations. And unfortunately, that act has repercussions, because at the end, it results with us suffering from stagnation and not being progressive at all. Because the truth of the matter is, those we think are there to help us, they're the very same ones who are oppressing us and numbing us from the truth. Constantly deranging us from paying attention to our inner selves by constantly trapping our brains with entertainment and high volume content to keep us entertained and more dumber. Because keep in mind that us not knowing is profitable for someone else. So us as the South African youth, we have to save ourselves from their malicious plans, because they are constantly destroying us. They are destroying our brains, our way of thinking, our natural abilities, and yet they say the youth are the future. But someone can say, what are they talking about? Because they are the very same ones who are poisoning the youth. So guys, for us to save ourselves from all of this, we need to set our priorities straight. We need to prioritize improving ourselves and normalizing the growth mindset, to channel our minds right and start navigating our attention to things that will contribute in stimulating the growth inside of us, and eliminate things that are not serving us, whether they're bad habits or distractions, anything that is constantly slowing us down. We need to separate ourselves from it, and that's exactly how we'll be able to inspire change upon our lives. And that will also motivate us to become more productive and strive for more. I truly believe that with great effort and an unwavering determination, we can take South Africa to new heights. And we can do that by firstly activating that greatness that has been programmed inside of us. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an online course that I've created where I talk more about how to change the way you think in order for you to see drastic changes in your life. So if you are interested, all you really need to do is to click that link you see right there, and that link will take you straight to my Telegram, and from there you'll be provided with the necessary information on what you need to do in order for you to view the course. And hopefully I will see you there. Guys, my name is Johannes. Till next time, cheers.